Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews, and thanks for joining me again, beer tubers. This is going to be a step back when I talk to Oktoberfest beers. When I talk to you about that, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to address one here in Ohio that I've never had before, but it just looks a little weird. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all. You might primarily have to look up the situation that is going on, or that has been going on, with Market Garden and the Cleveland beer scene. Market Garden is, they produce some really good beers. If you've never been to Market Garden, if you've never had any of their beers, I mean, if you go to Jacobs Field and just like go right up that road straight into downtown, you're headed towards the the west side of things. Just go straight up. I mean, even if you can hop a cab, just get into a cab from Jacobs Field and tell them you want to go to Market Garden. Market Garden is just like almost technically right across the street from Great Lakes. So if you've been to Great Lakes, you know where Market Garden is. Two of Cleveland's premier beer scene, right downtown. Now, if you hop over towards the Erie side of things, or Lake Erie side of things, I mean, you're definitely going to find more beer. You're going to find port side. Cleveland is just like one of Ohio's beer meccas. But when I picked this bottle up, I picked this one up specifically because, number one, I haven't had it. Number two, because of the fact that it looked a little odd. And I might be addressing a situation with Market Garden's bottling. I don't know. We're about to find out. Now, I'm going to show off this bottle. Let me pour the rest of this in here. There we go. I have never had an Oktoberfest that looked quite like this, but let's just take a look at things. First off, here's the bottle. Market Garden, Old Zahm, or Old Zahm. It's an Oktoberfest style beer, brewed and bottled in Cleveland, Ohio. Nice, 12 full ounces, 6.5%. Turn it around here. There's the little Old Zahm. Our favorite brew for the season: bonfire beers, tents, and lederhosens. Our Oktoberfest lager is bursting with layers of toasted malt goodness from the hearty Munich malts, all balanced with German noble hops for a clean, dry finish. Now let me show you the beer, because when I think of Oktoberfest style beers, I'm thinking more clean, more clear, more crisp. Even if they have a dry finish, that's what I'm thinking of. But you're going to get a load of either caramel sweetness, the Munich malts that add in, not only the biscuity quality, but maybe just a hint of like a honey sweetness. But this one, on the other hand, I can't even see through this thing, dude. Let me, I don't know if I can get into some kind of light source. I mean, this looks like a, if you can see that definitely looks more along the lines of a Rattler, an unfiltered Rattler. Even when I picked it up, I did it on purpose, because when I seen this bottle, I'm like, dude, number one, I see nothing about dating anywhere. Now, I could probably find a production code somewhere on this bottle. If not, I might be able to tell by the UPC, maybe. But when I picked the bottle up, I noticed there was a fine layer of yeast or sediments at the bottom. And I'm like, okay, this is Ohio. I'm not very far away from Cleveland. Why is there any type of sediment at the bottom of these bottles already? When did you come out with this? Was it sitting in the warehouse since last year? I don't know. But when I think of Oktoberfest style beers, I should see through them clearly. Can you see me? No. That's problem number one. It smells a little biscuity. I'm getting caramel sweetness up front. Other than that, I'm going to tell you, not much else. Let's see what it tastes like. Prost. I'm going to tell you what. If anybody from Market Garden sees this video, I got this from Cork and Cap. That's in Warren, Ohio. Like I said, number one, I do not see a dating source on this bottle whatsoever. It could be because of the fact that it's like scratched off. I'm trying to put it back together as we speak. I think it says 11/21, but I can't see a year because I'm kind of like digressing against this beer because excuse me. This beer does not have anything going on for it. That beer tastes old. And by that I mean, if any of Ohio's distribution, Mansfield, anything coming from there, anything coming from, Southern Ohio, anything coming from, I don't give a crap where it's coming from. If you've got old beer in your market, if you have old beer in your distribution center, shame on you. Get rid of it. You should know better than that. Don't be selling people bad beer. Now I can digress, and this could also be the market's holding on to them. These things could have been sitting back in the warehouse of the stores. I don't think that my good buddy down there at Cork and Caps would be doing such a thing. Now, if it was Barrel 33, I kind of expect that because of the fact that me and my good buddy Dave went through Barrel 33 in Howland, Ohio, and we have found beers that have been sitting in the cooler that weren't supposed to be in the cooler and not meant to be aged, that were still sitting there months and months and months past due. Now, I'm a big advocate when it comes to some of these beers, especially something like this when you're talking about Oktoberfest in Oktoberfest, that is bad beer. Sorry, I've really gone on a rant and rave here, but I do not think that this beer right here should be this murky. I don't think that this beer right here should be, it puts off a good aroma. I smell, biscuit malt quality. I smell hops. I smell a little bit of caramel sweetness. But at the same time, if this is your Oktoberfest and if this is fresh, dude, you're not going to hold a feather to the likes of any of the Oktoberfests that are in this market right now. I just went ahead, and I'll tell you, to be honest with you, I've reviewed the Spaten. I went ahead and I reviewed the Weinstefaner. I went ahead and I reviewed the Hofbrauhaus. I've went as far as saying, hey, look, Paulinaire. I've went as far as saying, hey, look, Sierra Nevada. I've went as far as saying, hey, look, Sam Adams. I still have one to do, and I'm going to show you because I'm going to be doing it next. I'm going to be doing the Columbus. And I'm going to tell you what. Look, let me see. It's clear. It's clear. This is probably going to be a very, very good Oktoberfest. But I'm like kind of pissed. If this is this year's Oktoberfest coming from Market Garden. Sorry I went on a rant and rave, but I'm telling you, I'm... Anybody sees this, contact Market Garden.